We have traveled all over Kenya to find hard-working farmers.
We want to celebrate them while giving them the help they need to improve their farms,
Get better yields.
and increase profits.
We will see how farmers from across the region can benefit from our expert advice.
And learn from each other in so many ways.
Join us on these journeys and share in the farmers' experiences as they shape up their shambas.
Karibu to the Shamba Shape Up Safari.
Hello and welcome.
To Shamba Shape Up,
Today we're in Nakuru County.
and we are visiting Kenneth and Rebecca Chemgoren.
They have a thriving dairy with 14 cows and 6 calves.
They have a hay store and they make their own silage
We want to see how they have been doing.
and help them do even better.
Well, let's get to work.
This is Kenneth, and this is his wife Rebecca. They live with Ken's mother and have 4 children who are away at school.
Their farm covers 20 acres in the beautiful rolling hills of Nakuru County. Hey!
Finally.
Such
Thank
a beautiful,
you.
beautiful, beautiful shamba.
Yeah, it looks
Thank
lovely.
you, thank you.
Maybe if you could show us around.
Yeah, let's take you around to our Shamba.
Good, good.
Okay. Ken and Rebecca have 14 dairy cows, kienyeji chicken, a greenhouse with tomato plants,
Bananas, maize, grasses for making hay and silage.
and they even make their own biogas from the cow dung.
Wow, wow, wow. What a lovely shamba. Well done to the both of you.
Quite busy, I must say.
Okay, like any other shamba, we have myriads of problems when it comes to yield. As in milk, I think we are not getting enough.
They're not producing enough milk.
They are not producing enough.
Aha.
He spends too much time on the hay and other fodder, like silage, and I wish something could be done that he could spend less time with the hay and maybe concentrate with the cows. I think maybe if he concentrates there, the yield will somehow come a little bit up. Yeah.
Not to worry.
Well, Shamba Shape Up is here and we've come with our experts. I think we have something for them. And we've got only one day, so Caro?
Let's get to work.
All right, let's go. So, let's pitch the tent and get ready for work. Caro!
Tony.
Wow! Kenneth and Rebecca's shamba is doing quite well.
And as usual, we've got lots of new ideas that we'd like to introduce them to.
We want to see how having healthy soil leads to healthy fodder for the cows. Then how to make sure the fodder stays healthy and doesn't get mold. You know what, Caro?
Yes.
See you later.
Later, Tony. Our task on this farm is to make sure the cows are healthy and produce a lot of milk. Tony, have you heard the expression, what goes in is what goes out?
Oh yes, I have, Caro. With cows, when healthy fodder goes in, healthy milk comes out. So, to get good milk, I want to make sure the cow's fodder is healthy and nutritious. And where does fodder get its nutrients? Well, from the soil, of course. So, what we need here is a soil doctor. And so, I've invited one from Crop Nuts. The first thing they do is a soil test. Let's see what they have to say. The soil doctor.
The soil doctor.
And you're here.
Yes, sir.
Very nice to see you. Now, Kenneth, your milk yield has been low.
Yes.
Now, Sophie, what's the relationship between soils and poor fodder crops?
Soil gives the mankind almost 90% of the food that we take, even our animals, or whatever plants or crops we are growing, they take nutrients from the soil. So if our soil doesn't have nutrients, the animal will feed on them and they will not get enough nutrients.
So how can he know there's a problem with his grass?
Only by soil testing.
And you've done that, haven't you?
Of course we have.
Let's see the results. Is it good news?
There is always good news and always a bad news.
Which one do you want to hear first? The bad news or the good news first?
Good
news, yes.
Good. The good news is his soil is not that badly off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now he's happy.
Yes, he's happy. But there's also one of the nutrients which is very, very important for our crops and also for our animals. It's called calcium. Calcium is associated with strong bones and also milk quality. And we know when you're milking, what comes out is calcium and phosphorus. You need a way to replenish and give back what you have taken. So if the soil doesn't have calcium, even your fodder or your grass is not getting enough calcium from the soil, and also your cows are not getting enough. So we need to do something for this, which will be able to give you quality milk and high yields.
So what's the solution to all this?
Okay, we have given you some solutions. That is on the other page of your results. We have a recommendation, and we have said we have to use what you call calcitic lime. We say lime sweetens the soil, or it unlocks the soil. So when you put lime, it makes even the other locked nutrients available for the crop. So we have to put lime, that is calcitic lime, because it has almost 35 to 40% of calcium. So this one will help slowly to build up your calcium in your farm. So we have also recommended what we call gypsum. Gypsum is very good because it works very fast. It's like a soil conditioner. It also gives you calcium and sulfur. So we have sorted you out with calcium.
So he needs to apply those products.
Yes.
And they are available, are they?
Locally available and very cheap.
You're telling me to apply some lime. I think it's quite expensive. How will I recover that?
A long journey starts with one step. You may not be able to do it at a go, but you can do it portion by portion so that you can be able to see how it is reacting. I'll assure you that within the next 2 to 3 years, you'll get your money back because of the quality of milk you'll get and the increase of the yield you'll get.
At what stage should I apply the lime you're talking about?
Mostly we apply after cutback, after you have cut.
Okay.
Exactly. Mostly apply it when it is actually dry season.
Getting healthy soil is the first step to getting good yield. And soil testing is the only way to find out what needs to be done, whether you need to lime or what kind of fertilizers would work best. So, when the fodder crop is finally harvested, those cows are going to be very happy with the extra calcium they contain. And so will Ken and Rebecca when they see the quantity and the quality of the milk they produce. Once the fodder is harvested, it is important not to lose all the goodness from the feed and to make sure there is no harmful bacteria or mold. So, we've invited Anthony from Cooper's to take a look at Ken and Rebecca's cow fodder. We've noticed the cows don't like some of the fodder and the milk yield is low. So are you having any problems with the hay?
Yeah, we do. We don't know the right time to harvest hay.
He's had a challenge in terms of timing for the harvesting of the hay. So he got caught up with rain. As you can see, the hay that we are having here is a bit moldy and it will affect the intake. The animals won't consume enough as they should. But again, it also has a challenge with mycotoxins. And the mycotoxins affect the health of our animals and also they affect the fertility of our herd.
If hay is stored wet, it can get mold like aflatoxin. This not only reduces milk production and cow fertility, the toxins remain in the milk and can cause health problems in people too. So Anthony, is there a solution to this?
Yes, there's a solution to this. As a company, we have a product called T5X, and T5X is a mycotoxin binder because it is able to absorb the mycotoxins that are being produced by the molds so that they don't enter the blood circulation system of the animal. And again, it's also able to remove the mycotoxins that are already in the system of the animal. So it's both preventive and curative. And once you introduce T5X in the farm, even you'll realize that the health of the herd is good and also the fertility rates of your cows are also good.
T5X is mixed into the feed. You mix 100 grams T5X into 100 kilograms of feed.
So by using this T5X, Kenneth can use his hay now.
Can use his hay because it's not so bad. Yeah.
But what about canned silage? Is that safe for cows to eat? It seems the cows don't think so. So they don't want to eat it.
And at times when we give it to our cows, they become selective. You find that goes for a certain part, one that is colored this way, the other.
So your cows have become very choosy.
They become very choosy, and the silage is the same.
They do not like your silage.
They don't like.
Why do you think his cows are refusing to eat it?
I've observed his silage, and
Wow.
he has a lot of silage over here.
Yeah.
And the challenge with this is that the moment you open it up, the quality keeps on deteriorating. The next time you do it, I would advise you probably do it in form of layers, so that you have the first layer you cover with a polythene bag, then do another layer on top and another one on top. That way, you expose very little of the silage. So the quality will remain the same throughout the year.
How does this fodder crop leave the shamba to become silage? Should it be dry or wet?
You have to harvest it once it has flowered. For instance, if it's maize, we call it at the milky stage. If you press the cob, you get some amount of milk from that maize cob. That is when you harvest your maize to be used for silage. You allow it to wilt, then you chop it and bring it to your silage pit, and you have to compact it as fast as possible. Once you compress it in your hand, if you pick a bit and put it in your hand, it should not leave water on your hand. That is when you know that it is the right time to ensilage it. If it leaves a lot of water and you put it in your silage pit, it will get rotten.
So Anthony, between hay and silage, which one has more nutrients?
Hay and silage, they complement each other. Hay has a lot of fiber, enough dry matter for our cows, while silage has high content in energy, so that it enables our cows to give us more milk. So I'd advise farmers to mix both.
So what are your final thoughts to farmers?
They should actually conserve silage and hay so that their farms can have enough fodder all year round. Therefore, they'll be able to produce enough milk all year round. But also remember, if you're having a mycotoxin challenge, T5X is also there for use at the farm, and it's available at the agrovet near you.
Fodder that is stored properly is as nutritious as cat and curry fodder. And using Cooper's T5X makes sure your fodder is safe for cows to eat. So, we have a happy farmer and happy cows too.
So, we've learned how you can increase your milk yield by improving the cow's feed.
That's right. But on this farm, Kenneth is the real expert.
And we've asked him to share with us his top tip in farming.
We thought it wiser that after we've done our silage and covering it, we decided instead of wasting the upper part, we can make a roof over it and put other fodder on top of the silage. And by so doing, we also help the silage compact more and make it more airtight.
Wow. Tony, what do you think of that?
Great tip. You can increase your cow feeds by using less space. Well, coming up after the break.
We are going to see how a new truck could cut costs collecting the cow fodder. And we are going to find out what's going wrong with those tomatoes. Welcome back
To Shamba Shape Up.
We are in Nakuru County and we are visiting Ken and Rebecca
We've seen how to make healthy soil by liming,
and how to produce cow fodder that is safe to eat.
but we also want to see how a farm truck can cut costs. And don't forget, find out what's wrong with the tomatoes.
Well, so no time to waste.
See you later,
All
Tony.
right, Carol.
So, the first thing we want to do is introduce Rebecca to a brand new yellow Mitsubishi Fuso canter truck. Making hay or silage means transporting and storing fodder crops. And with a 20-acre farm and 14 hungry cows to feed, that's a lot of fodder that needs to be moved around. So, I've asked Martin, an expert from Shamba, to bring one of his farm vehicles over to show Rebecca how using a Fuso canter truck can make moving even large amounts of produce around the farm much easier. Let's go and meet them.
Rebecca, you've been telling me you are having problems with your husband taking so much time, packing the bales, transporting.
Yes.
Well, guess what? We have a surprise for you.
Wow.
Let's walk this way.
Okay.
Martin is the one who's been helping us pack the bales.
See, I can see you've already done all of them. Was it that easy?
Yes, you want to give it a try?
Yeah, I would want to.
All right.
Rebecca is a speedy driver. This Mitsubishi canter truck from Shamba can be used in different ways. It can have a tall body like this one to carry large amounts of grass and hay. Well, we've convinced Rebecca. I hope now she won't have any more complaints about the time Ken has to take loading the hay bales.
Rebecca, that was very professional of you.
Thank you.
Huh? Martin,
Yes.
she's a good driver.
Very good.
So it's going to be very easy for you to manage this.
I'll give it a shot. For me to be able to get the hay from the field to the farm, it will be more easier.
So this is a Mitsubishi Fuso canter. All right, and you're able to carry between 3 and 4 tons of your hay. Okay, you have a very spacious cabin area where your driver or yourself will be very comfortable sitting in. Very well placed gear. So it feels like you're driving a small vehicle. And for the body at the back, we can fabricate it as you like, according to your specifications and needs. Yes.
How is the fuel consumption?
You're looking at around 4 to 5 kilometers per liter.
Oh.
All right.
So if at all Rebecca would want to purchase this truck,
Yes.
how long will it take her to maybe pay back the money?
Repayment periods are very flexible. It's usually according to your convenience, how you want to pay back, but it can stretch up to 60 months. The longer repayment period that you have, the less the monthly installments.
So Rebecca, most farmers want to have a multi-purpose car.
Yeah.
I'm sure maybe you want to know what else can this truck do other than maybe loading your hay. What else can it do?
All your hauling needs can be satisfied by this truck. All right. So anything else that you have on your farm, anything that you need to take from point A to point B in a very convenient and cost-effective manner, this truck can help you do that.
Any other question?
Yeah. Why do you have to sell this truck and not any other?
First of all, it's a very reliable truck, and this is just from the testimony from the market, right? And then, because you're using it at a farm, it handles harsh terrain very well compared to other trucks. In terms of support, we do have a countrywide network of our branches and our dealers, where you can be able to get parts and service all over the country.
Thank you very much, Martin.
You're welcome.
So there you have it. The Mitsubishi Fuso canter is very reliable. It can handle hard terrain, and above all, it can suit all your farm needs. So, Rebecca, are you going to give it a try?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Martin, your work is done here.
Fantastic.
Time for our final expert of the day. Tomatoes are a high-value crop and can be a good business if grown correctly. But Rebecca is worried, and I can see why. So I've invited Sammy, an expert from Osho, to come over and tell us what he thinks is wrong.
So, Sammy, what are you doing?
I've gotten bacteria wilt in his Shamba. And like you can see, there's drooling of the plant. Like you can see, there's not enough strength to hold on the leaves to hold.
Okay.
So that's what this is a problem we call bacteria wilt. A problem that is very serious with tomato farmers.
Okay.
So it's bacterial in nature, and people don't know how to handle this problem.
What causes it?
It is caused by a bacteria we call Ralstonia. Yes.
Does it come with a seed, or maybe it's carried by wind?
It is soil-borne. It can also be brought by rainwater. Call it runoff water. Okay. So water coming from different fields. So it will cause this disease that you are seeing here.
Yeah.
Now, because many farmers don't know how to handle this, Osho Chemicals have a product we call Enrich. And normally, we administer it as a as for prevention purposes. Enrich BM to mean bacteriomycin. It will handle problems of bacteria, and bacteria wilt being one. What this product does is to activate the defense mechanism of a plant to be able to ward off disease.
What are the side effects to the end user?
So Enrich is a biological. It's a biological product.
To mean what?
A biological product to mean it is a product that is not chemical in nature.
Okay.
What it does is actually a derivative of plant extract. So you give that plant immunity by spraying this product. Okay.
This you do before the onset of a disease?
Yes.
What if the disease is already there, like now these ones?
When we have a disease like this, a typical disease like this, we normally uproot that plant. There's no reverse for such a plant, because once bacterial wilt hits a plant, that's gone.
So what would you do so that you can prevent bacterial wilt?
You're supposed to start a spray of Enrich while still in the nursery. And then immediately after transplanting, you should do a single foliar spray. Then wait for another 1 month. You repeat the same. And after another 1 month, you repeat the same.
Fill a knapsack with 20 liters of water. Mix in 20 grams, about 2 tablespoons of Enrich BM, and spray.
Is the price pocket friendly,
Yeah.
or maybe the price is...
It's affordable.
Good.
Yes.
Yes.
Normally at your show, we say quality at an affordable price. So that bacterial wilt is not the only problem that tomato farmers, and Rebecca being one, has experienced. There's a problem of soil nematodes.
Nematodes.
Soil nematodes. If you can allow me, I'll show you.
Okay.
So soil nematodes is a pest that affects the roots. They are not evident. They are so small. They are microscopic. And they find their nutrition from the plant. So they will always feed from the plant. And the plant will get weak day by day by day. And you'll find that you're losing your production.
How did they come about to be in the Shamba?
They are naturally occurring in the Shamba. So their population builds up once there is a specific crop which supports their population.
Supports their growth.
Yes.
Yes. And what can you use to prevent nematodes?
Osho Chemicals has a product we call bionematon. It's a biological to mean that we are using a fungus to control the populations of a nematode. It's predatory to mean it will find nematodes where they are in the soil, and this fungus will survive on the populations of those nematodes. Thereby, those levels of nematodes will go down and your plants will survive.
Bionematon kills the nematodes and eggs that damage the tomato roots. To be sure you've killed them all, Osho has developed another treatment, one that stops nematodes from breeding.
So we have another product for nematodes. We call this nimbecidine, extracted from neem seeds. So it's an oil. So neem also acts as a very good control against nematodes. It will prevent the eggs of nematodes to hatch. It will also affect those instant stages of nematodes from graduating to the next level. So you can use nimbecidine as well to control nematodes.
So this is applied before plantation?
Yeah, it is applied before planting. Nematodes needs to be controlled every 3 months. Every 3 months. So you'll have a guarantee of 3 months of nematode-free Shamba.
Fill a knapsack with 20 liters of water. Add 100 milliliters of bionematon and 60 milliliters of nimbecidine, and drench the soil before planting. Drench the soil every 3 months.
So, Rebecca, a very informative session. Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm happy for now.
Are you informed now?
I'm well informed.
We've learned that you need to rotate your tomatoes. You also need to manage your drainage, and above all, use the products that the expert has shown us to make sure that you get a perfect plant.
Well, that's us, finished for the day. I wonder what our farmers thought of their shape-up.
Very good job.
What a shape up. What a shape up. We've enjoyed being here. Did you enjoy our visit here, Kenneth?
I've learned so much. The problem I had it is now solved.
So you expect your yields to go up?
Yes.
Wonderful.
We'll not go at a loss anymore with the tomatoes.
Good.
Caro tells me you're a very good driver.
I'm a good driver indeed.
Perfect.
Can she beat me?
She can beat you anytime.
Really?
Yes.
Any time of the day.
But you've learned a lot.
Yeah, I've learned so much.
Good.
You too can learn a lot by using our call center. Irani, we can't live like this.
What is it now?
Your chicken making too much noise at night. I can't sleep, and you know I have a sleeping problem.
The chicken gave me a hard time all night. They have diarrhea, their heads are looking down. They look like something else.
Boy, you know I even thought it was the cat disturbing you. Let's go. Let me go and have a look. The diarrhea is serious.
Yeah, sometimes it is water, sometimes it is blood.
Bloody diarrhea.
And my tomatoes. They look like they want me to have mercy on them.
You now have the answers to all these problems you're experiencing. I can tell your chicken has coccidiosis. And your tomatoes have Fusarian wilt. Coccidiosis.
Where did you learn all this?
Simple. iShamba. Sign up to iShamba Premium to receive agri-tips, market prices, web updates, and get access to our call center and WhatsApp groups for 899 shillings a year. SMS the word premium to 21606. Are you going to be calling us?
Yeah, we'll make maximum use of your call center.
Well, our work here is done.
Our work here is done, so
we are off to the next Shamba.
EnviroFit is a proud sponsor of Shamba Shape Up. The EnviroFit Super Saver stoves are made to help people lead better lives. They provide cleaner, healthier, and safer cooking for your whole family. You can spice up your life with the delicious and nutritious recipes shared on the program. Get a taste of modern cooking with EnviroFit Super Saver and save your money, save your time, save your health.
From fashion to learning the rails of horticulture.
From soccer to scoring good prizes at the market.
From books to bookkeeping. And
from shying away from the camera to a farming expert. Now, these 4 young people have been chosen to take the ultimate challenge. For the next 9 months, the 4 will take to the battlefield for the challenge of their lifetime. Don't miss the excitement, the learning, the ups and downs, and ultimately, the success.
Don't lose the plot. Coming soon on Citizen TV.